The things we've chosen for Bonhams we've owned for many years, enjoyed them, researched them, and we think it's time that other people might enjoy them and love them like we did.
Hello. What shall we talk about?
Let's talk about dated pieces.
Why dated pieces?
Well, dated pieces can give us pointers to the way shapes and designs evolve over time.
This pot was actually made in 1637 and illustrated in the book Transitional Wares and Their Forerunners.
In the scene, we can see the emperor here, led by this Taoist monk, walking towards the moon goddess Chang'e, and notice her attendant has this iconic white rabbit. We move on only a few years to this brush pot dated 1643, decorated with this tranquil lake scene inside this fan-shaped cartouche.
And also the leaves, just like the fish roe leaves.
And these jagged rocks are very much of the time. An unglazed rim, very typical of the time. This style of rim doesn't really go much past early Kangxi.
And it's a lovely blue.
This is another dated brush pot, but completely different. Made of this white china, Blanc de Chine from the Dehua region. It's not easy to see, is it? But it's incised here, the poem and the date in grass script, 1672.
Very smooth surface.
Moving on, we've got another dated brush pot in bamboo, dated here 1745.
It's got beautiful water lilies on it.
Of course, water lilies are so poetic, the white flower rising pure out of the muddy water. Carved by Zi Yan, the noted calligrapher, painter and carver from the Southern School. He was said to carve so precisely that his lines looked like iron wires.
We move to the late 19th century. This brush pot was made in 1890.
It really is quite different, isn't it? Because it's decorated in enamels, which sit on top of this clear, transparent glaze, and it would have required another firing.
It was made by Li Mangying, who was very active in the Guangzhou era.
This inscription here not only gives the name of the artist, but the name of the calligrapher and, of course, the date.
And the painting is so fine, it's as though it was done on paper.
Here's this very fine brush pot, not with a date.
There's one similar to this in the Chinese Museum in Hong Kong, which is dated 1684, and another one in the Palace Museum in Beijing.
Yes, that's right. It's very good Kangxi Marken period. We've got a nice mark here in the recessed button.
And what is the poem about?
That's interesting. This is a Han Dynasty poem, and the wise emperor has worthy officials. So the Kangxi emperor is trying to relate himself to former reigns.
It's a very fine blue and very difficult to get the red and the blue to fire so well. And the calligraphy is very fine.
Wonderful.
So why are we selling these pots?
Well, we had a very good reaction to the last sale. We were very pleased. We thought we would go again and maybe make a bit of extra space.
To be able to buy more pots?
Yes, buy more pots.